The road stretched endlessly under the moonlit sky, its silence broken only by the occasional whisper of the wind through the trees. Jake had been driving for hours, his eyelids heavy when he saw her, standing by the side of the road, alone. A young woman in a pale blue dress, her blonde hair cascading over her shoulders, her face barely visible under the dim glow of his headlights. She raised her hand, thumb extended, a silent plea for help. Jake hesitated for only a moment before pulling over. The stories about Highway 26 had always been just that, stories. Legends meant to scare newcomers. He wasn't one to believe in ghosts. She slid into the passenger seat without a word, the faint scent of lavender trailing her. "Where are you headed?" he asked, trying to break the eerie silence. "Home," she whispered. Her voice was distant, hollow. Jake forced a chuckle. "That's a little vague." She turned to him then, her eyes unsettlingly deep. "I live just up the road, you'll see." The drive continued in silence. The temperature inside the car dropped, despite the heater being on. Jake stole glances at her. She sat motionless, her hands folded neatly in her lap, eyes fixed on the road ahead. Minutes passed before she spoke again. "Turn left here." Jake obeyed, his hands gripping the wheel tighter. The road twisted through thick woods, the shadows between the trees seeming to shift and breathe. His pulse quickened. Finally, the house came into view, a grand Victorian estate, its white paint faded, windows dark and lifeless. Jake slowed to a stop at the gate. "This is it?" he asked. She nodded, her lips curling into the faintest of smiles. "Thank you." Before he could respond, she was gone. Not a sound, not a single movement. One second she was there, the next, nothing but an empty seat. Jake's heart pounded. His breath came in short gasps as he turned, scanning the area. No sign of her, just the cold, suffocating night. A shadow shifted in the upstairs window of the house. Jake's fingers trembled as he stepped out of the car, drawn toward the house by some unseen force. The gate creaked open at his touch, and he made his way up the worn stone path. His footsteps echoed against the wooden porch as he hesitated, then knocked. The door creaked open on its own. Inside, the air was thick with dust and decay. Cobwebs clung to the high ceilings, and old portraits lined the walls. The house smelled of something long forgotten, something dead. Then he saw it, a framed photograph on a mantel. The girl, the same pale blue dress, the same cascading blonde hair. But the photo was old, its edges yellowed with time, and beneath it a plaque, in loving memory of Eleanor Gray, 1947 to 1966. Jake's breath hitched, his legs refused to move. A whisper brushed against his ear. "Thank you for bringing me home." The door behind him slammed shut. The next morning, Jake's car was found parked at the gate of the abandoned Gray estate. The driver's seat was empty, the keys still in the ignition. But Jake was never seen again, and on cold, lonely nights, travelers still report seeing a young woman in a pale blue dress waiting by the roadside, her eyes filled with longing, waiting for a ride home. Who was Eleanor really waiting for?